If you are one of the roughly a third of Americans who rent a home, you might have noticed that your monthly payments don't necessarily contribute to your credit score. There are, though, some opt-in options that allow rent reporting companies that can send your payment information to credit bureaus. One of those is a company called Bilt Rewards, started in 2021. They offer renter rewards for paying rent through their app and also allow people to track their progress toward qualifying for a mortgage. Now, exclusively on CBS News, Bilt is announcing a new program that will give home buyers rewards, too. And if it sounds too good to be true, well, we've got questions, too. So joining us to answer them is Bilt founder and CEO Ankur Jain. Ankur, thank you so much for being here.
Good morning.
So traditionally, rent wasn't something that you could use to build credit or certainly not earn points. Why has that always been the case, and how are you able to change it?
I got to tell you, it's funny. The biggest expenses we face as Americans are the ones that we've done the least innovation on. Housing, healthcare, auto loans, student loans. I mean, I came from Silicon Valley where I've probably heard 5,000 pitches about some new cryptocurrency, and yet there just hasn't been that same focus on the big expenses facing our country. And so 4 years ago, I mean, we set out to change that. And rent, like you said, is not just a third of Americans, it is the single biggest expense we have every month.
Yeah.
And we said, why is it that paying your rent on time doesn't build your credit? Why is it that I can buy a round of drinks at a bar and earn points and miles to travel the world, but you pay your rent on time and you weren't getting any miles?
Right.
And we changed that. And so, today, 70% of the top 100 properties in the United States, top 100 multifamily owners, use Bilt to collect all rent. And for the first time, every renter is now getting rewarded with points and miles for paying rent.
So how is this profitable for you then, if you're a no-fee platform for the user?
So are you familiar with payment processing?
Yeah.
Okay, well, I'm not real. What does that mean? Like the credit card charges that you get?
Today, when you go to a merchant, when you go to a property and you pay online, they all use online payment processors.
Okay.
Right? Prior to Bilt, there have been many multi-billion-dollar companies like, Appfolio, for example, an $8 billion business, makes all their money on payment processing for rent. And what we said is, hold on a second, why can't we take some of that margin from payment processing on rental payments for landlords and actually give that back to the customer in the form of rewards, and then use that to build a relationship with that customer throughout their housing journey? And so we are the largest payment processor in the housing space today for Brookfield, Related, Avalon Bay. If you walk into Cushman Wakefield, Douglas Elliman, they're using Bilt to collect their rent every month.
You're just taking a smaller margin, a smaller profit on those processing fees, but you're going for scale to still make money?
Well, it's scale, and it's so much more. The home is the center of our lives. And so we look at today, there's $700 billion a year of rent that we pay in the United States. If we can reward people on that, can we then work with them on their next step of their housing journey, including when they're ready to buy a home?
So there's a buy a home tool.
Yes.
What is the tool? How does it work?
So simple. If you rented, you understand housing costs is a simple all-in $2,000 a month. Then you go to look to buy a home on Zillow, and it goes $550,000 home. You go, how in the world do I know if I can afford that? And by the way, your taxes in New York are this, and your insurance rates in DC are Y, and in Dallas it's Z. We've created the first all-in monthly search tool for home buying. We just flipped it on its head.
So you don't have to make your own calculations to try to have a
you
general
literally say,
sense.
what can I afford? I want to spend $5,000 a month all in, taxes, insurance, principal, interest, and we personalize results to you. And hold on, this is the fun part. This is what we're excited to share. We said you could earn points on rent. For the first time today,
this is crazy.
We're enabling it so you can now earn points when you buy a home. So literally at the time you're buying a home, when normally you're out of pocket the most, you now have enough miles that you can go travel the world for free and celebrate. So that's going live today.
That's cool. That's cool. All right. So, but people still, even if you can carry $2,000 a month and you use your tool to find out that you can do it with the insurance rates for your area, you still got to come up with that lump sum down payment.
Exactly. So that's the other thing. So when you're looking at first-time homebuyer programs, there are so many programs, by the way, Fannie, Freddie, FHA, have first-time homebuyer programs that most people don't even know about that they qualify.
Agency programs.
These are the government agencies that give you mortgages. So part of what we've done is not only do we show you all in what you can afford, but we tell you the lowest upfront cost that you qualify for, and you can pick. So you can say...
Lowest down payment?
So you literally can say, I can buy this home for $4,000 a month and own it, and my upfront cost, all in, including closing costs, which is often a tricky hidden cost people don't realize, is going to be $35,000, $40,000. And you can see that, and we find if you qualify for maybe a 3% down, or if you can put a 20% down, we show you that option as well so you can compare.
I mean, I got so many questions, but we got to wrap. Okay. One of them is what's in it for landlords. We could talk about that a little later.
Yeah, we'll spend some time. I'd love to spend time on that.
But Ankur, thank you so much.
Thank you so much for having me.
Thank you.